G&D Media presents an unabridged recording of Disrupting Sacred Cows, Navigating and Profiting in the New Economy by Garrett Gunderson with Corey Wirt. Narrated by Garrett Gunderson and Corey Wirt.
Disrupting Sacred Cows. To the producers, the world is changing rapidly. This book is for those who seek knowledge over ignorance, truth over deception, freedom over security, and responsibility over captivity. A time of disruption is at hand. The time to displace antiquated philosophies and myths, and instead live a life of abundance, prosperity, and value. Will you answer the call? A gift. May I give you a gift? How about 3? See, because you're listening to Disrupting Sacred Cows, I'd like to give you 2 complimentary companion books. The first is my New York Times bestseller, Killing Sacred Cows, the prelude to this book. The second is the important follow-up, What Would Billionaires Do? Killing Sacred Cows challenged convention and pulled back the curtain to reveal the old financial paradigms and models that were positioned as helpful, but were in fact destructive to wealth accumulation. More than 10 years later, the myths and models I challenged in the book have begun deteriorating at an accelerated rate. The book is your guide to identify these myths and your roadmap around the financial pitfalls that reduce wealth. With finance and the world becoming increasingly difficult to navigate, Killing Sacred Cows is even more relevant now than when it was first released. What Would Billionaires Do gives you my tactics and methods for securing cash, capturing wealth, and creating a legacy. It illustrates a strategy I started using when I was 19 years old and that continues to serve me to this day. The book then takes it one step further by expanding on the ideas and philosophies that some of the wealthiest families have used, both correctly and incorrectly, to build a legacy. As a final gift, Wealth Factory, a firm that focuses on supporting people to get their financial houses in order, plug financial leaks, and identify the financial professionals required for implementation of the strategies you will learn about in this book, will also provide a complimentary one-on-one support call to determine your financial strengths and highlight the best path for you to reach economic independence in 10 years or less. Go to wealthfactory.com/disrupting to claim your gifts. Introduction. More than 10 years after I wrote my first book, the Wall Street Journal #1 bestseller, Killing Sacred Cows, its philosophy is just more relevant than ever. Our world has changed immensely over the last decade, however, and it's essential to take a fresh look at these concepts and see how they can help us navigate the next few years. We're witnessing the greatest wealth transfer in history, and it's only getting faster with the massive disruption due to blockchain, hyperinflation, and the displacement of the old rules of investing. This book's not an update to Killing Sacred Cows. It's a sequel. Since I pointed out the destructive mythology around building wealth, Wall Street and retirement planning in that book, the wealth gap has actually widened. The value of money has been decimated, and even the literal notion of money has been redefined. It has become more digital, more confusing, and less personal, and the consequences of inflation are imminent. Accepting the dangerous dogma of these myths that undermine and destroy prosperity has swift and severe results. Without proper principles to guide them, people chase returns that require unnecessary risk and speculation that leads to loss. Or they buy into sophisticated stories about investments, peddled by salesmen, that amount to little more than gambling. Invest early, often, and always. That's a mantra that will lead to disappointment and destruction. Blue chip companies that were a sure thing in the past will eventually be replaced by blockchain or other emerging technologies, even AI. We're living in a new world, one where anyone can succeed. Well, if they know the rules and don't get played by them, that is.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?